Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning. I'm here today to do live reaction of Kuroko no Basket, chapter 261. Now, it's going to be a live reaction and a review because my assumption here is that I can read this chapter within a, good time span to where I can also do a review as well. And mainly because I'm looking at the first page right here, okay? And I'm looking at Aomine. And Aomine, Aomine. Yo, the first words right there, man. It was so easy for him to stop Kagami. And I can see Midoriya's glasses too. I can see them. Yo, son. Yo, Kagami has to be able to put, he just has to. He has to pull something out, bro. Alright, and not his genitals. I mean, he has to pull out some kind of miracle. Right? He has to become the miracle that the generation of miracles could not be. So we're gonna see, hopefully, in this chapter. Well, I don't know, because the chapter, that's enough. All right, that's what the title is. Right, chapter 200. I mean, maybe it has something to do with Kuroko and him going to the zone. I don't know, man. Because I'm trying to think, like, maybe Kuroko, he's like, that's enough, Akashi. No, I won't let you, like, beat us. No, I'm gonna win. Zone. Like, like Phantom Zone. Something like that. I don't know. But we'll see. Because, again, my theory was that because he had gained these skills, he can now qualify to enter the zone. So we'll see how that goes out. So, live reaction and a review for this chapter of Kuroko no Basket. This is Akashi in the zone. Yo, this dude is some kind of, this is Akashi in the zone. This guy's crazy. I'm telling you, man, Akashi's not fair. Okay, Kagami is like in the air and he's sweating heavy. So or maybe his his zone I don't think is, maybe it's gone. I don't know. I'm not too sure. But Akashi right now, he's dribbling past. No! Kagami is still in the zone. Kagami is still able to maintain his zone-like presence. Okay, hold it right there. Akashi. So we have two dudes in the zone. Kagami is Yo! Oh! This dude said kneel. No. 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 He said, kneel. Kneel before your king. Ah! If it was Tyrion, he wouldn't have kneeled, dog. He would have like, I'm good, I'm staying. I'm sitting right here, man. I ain't doing drip. I'm standing tall. But no, the way he dribbled, the way his pace was, the way it operated, was that instead of doing ankle break, he forced them on their knees. Kneel before your king, dog. That's crazy. And Kuroko and Kiyoshi try to block. It's like Akashi, he like dribbled right between them. It's like they're just jumping, and it's like he dribbled right between them. There's like no space, but he did. No, this is not fair. This is not fair, dude. And thus, by witnessing my glorious form, you should now realize that your defeat is absolute. Oh, dude. Yo, Akashi's ego is huge. Yo, one more time. And thus, by witnessing my glorious form, you should now realize that your defeat is absolute. Oh, Akashi. He just punked him. He punked him. He just punked him off. Kagami couldn't catch up. He was left in the wind. Izuki and Hyuga were forced to kneel. And he completely phased through Kuroko and Teppei Kiyoshi. Kneel before the king. Oh no. Let me see the reaction of everyone's. Let me see. Oh, he scored. He all by himself. He took the ball coast to coast. Everyone is sweating. Wow! Yo, Rico was quick. She got the timeout, man. Time, quick. Nah. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, gosh. Yo, here's the thing that I'm liking right now, all right? And I'm doing like my review while I'm doing the live reaction. But here's what I'm digging a lot. We have Chiro, and he's fully understanding that because Akashi right now is so powerful by himself, because he went coast to coast by himself, Akashi is now taking what he said into practice. When he said, and he says it right here, he says it right here, okay? He says, when you, where is it? When you have disappointed me, and I abandoned all of you. His Akashi acknowledging the existence of his teammates is starting to waver. Alright? In fact, he says this. No, it's not wavering either. It's not wavering either. Does he really not need us anymore? Akashi right now is a 5-man team by himself. By himself. And then you can see the reactions of Nibuya, Hayama, Ryo. It's like they all just failed. It's like because Akashi had to go into the zone, they all failed. So, like, it's some heavy heart shit right there. And I believe that, like, this heavy heart shit, because these three are being affected in such a negative way, because Akashi is so dominant and doesn't need them, it's going to take a toll towards the end of the game. Where, because Seirin, they rely on each other so much, and they build together, where Akashi builds by himself. And even though he's a very strong pillar, he is only one pillar. And because you only have one pillar, balance and stability cannot be achieved. So in order to actually maintain this building, if you would, you must have multiple pillars that are not as strong, but still strong as a whole. So in the sense of teamwork, in the sense of camaraderie, because Akashi doesn't see them as like their equals, then it's going to wind up being the downfall. I can clearly see that. Alright? On this day, I see clearly. I see clearly, man. I do. Let me move on. Let me continue. Let me move forward. Kagami is still in the zone while on the bench. I like that. Every time Kagami said, I'll do it, Hugo's like, I'll leave it to you. Okay, I'll leave it to you. Yeah, everyone right now is like unusually calm. Unusually calm. Yeah, man, you know what? I'll leave it to you. That's what they're doing, man. I like this. Okay, this is kind of cool. All right, this is really kind of cool. It's kind of heartwarming too. It really is. Again, the difference between Akashi and Kagami. All right, clear difference. The difference between Rakuzan and Seirin. My God, Almine is explaining the concept of the zone. I like this. When you enter the zone, because Iamoshi asked him about the zone, about going deeper into the zone. He says this: when you enter the zone, there's a huge door there. You open that, and when you open it, it's like you're submerged in water. As your concentration grows, you sink deeper and deeper. As you sink deeper, you have arrived. That's where you've really entered the zone, where you bring out the full performance and really give it your all. So it's kind of weird because, again, it's supposed to be like 100%, but apparently you can go beyond that. You can go even further beyond. Once you're there, you'll find yet another huge door. What the? Wow! There's a freaking door within the door. There is a door within the zone. The super zone, the mega zone. You know what? No, this is kind of weird. See, now it's kind of weird. All right, now we're getting kind of weird. Once you're there, you'll find yet another huge door, and standing in front of that door is a faceless figure, something like a gatekeeper. Really? So this guardian, like this gate guardian dude, he may be like their shadow version. So, like themselves, like before they can truly enter like the pinnacle of the zone, they must first overcome themselves. Something like that. Because after Iamoshi asked him about his alter ego, like his shadow ego, all right, he says this: "Don't know. The furthest I've gone is only up to there, below the surface of the water. I've never opened that door, that other door." Okay, all right, fair enough. Apparently, there is a zone that, again, a zone that surpasses the zone. And if Kagami wants to have even a possibility of winning against Akashi, he needs to open that second door. Alright, so apparently that's how it rolls. Apparently, there's another door within the zone. Now, to make a very quick review, I love this chapter for a lot of reasons. But I gotta say that this other door within the door seems like a cop-out. It really does. Because the zone, again, like I said before, the zone is supposed to be 100% to begin with. But apparently you can go beyond 100%. And this concept is very new. And it's very convenient too. Because right now, Team Seirin is in a pinch. They're in the biggest pinch of their lives. However, because of that reason, I also feel like it's necessary. Let me say that one more time. Because of that reason, I feel like it's also necessary for this other zone, this other door to be there. Because Akashi isn't fair. When you think about the confounds of Akashi's character, his skill, his mentality, he's really not fair at all. The fact that he in the zone zone for the entirety of the fourth quarter. Therefore, Akashi will have an opportunity to completely shut down Team Seirin by himself since he will still be in the zone. So again, it's not fair. It really isn't. So even though this zone, again, for the last time, even though this other zone within the zone seems like a cop-out, at this current point in time, it's the only other option. Because even if Kuroko went to the zone, it wouldn't guarantee that he can beat Akashi in the zone. Even if there was a team of zone guys, like Kagami and Kuroko, zoned light and dark, or light and shadow, but still Akashi's just that damn good. So, yes, it's very necessary at this point in time. It really is. But overall, the chapter I found was phenomenal because not only do we have this new concept of this zone, but also just seeing Akashi wreck and destroy, and the reaction of the Gen, and how Akashi, he's on some other plateau. He's on some other plateau. Just because. And how he made Izuki kneel. He made Hyuga kneel. But at the same time, I do love the composure that Team Seirin had. Despite this situation, they had the composure to simply rely on their ace. Because it's nothing new. It may seem great, it's maybe greater in magnitude, but the premise is still the same. It's been the same way all the time. So no sweat off their chin They got it. Kagami's got it. So we'll see. Next chapter, I'm going to predict that we're going to see Kagami face off against his alter ego, his shadow ego. And then we'll go from there. So I'm done. King of Lightning. Overall review / live reaction of Kuroko no Basket. The rating is going to be, again, yo. And I'm done. So peace and have a nice day. Rate the video, comment, subscribe.